It all began with a moment no one expected. A moment that mixed humor, honesty, and a surprising confession that instantly captured everyone's attention. For years, Mark Consuelos had been known for his bright energy, his effortless charm, and his way of keeping people entertained no matter where he appeared. But this time, he wasn't telling a story about a role or a funny behind-the-scenes moment. This time, he was sharing something personal. Very personal. A truth he had avoided for 54 years. He had never gone in for a colonoscopy. And the way he revealed it? Let's just say no one expected it to be this funny. Standing beside him, his wife Kelly didn't look angry or shocked or disappointed. Instead, she gave him the exact look a person gives when they already know the answer, but they're waiting to hear it out loud. Mark hesitated, took a breath, and finally admitted it. I've, never actually had one. The room froze. Then came the laughter. Not mean, not judgmental, just the kind that bursts out because someone has finally said the thing they knew they should have said years ago. Kelly leaned back, trying to process it. 54 years. Not one proper check, not even the appointment where you pretend you'll follow through later. But instead of lecturing him, she did something better. Something very them. She turned the moment into a playful challenge. She crossed her arms, raised an eyebrow, and asked, "So, what exactly were you waiting for? A handwritten invitation?" Mark grinned, trying to defend himself with his usual humor. "Well, I was waiting for the right moment. You know, the universe had to be aligned, the schedule had to be free, the stars had to approve." And Kelly cut him off instantly. The stars approved decades ago, Mark. Their playful back and forth softened a topic that most people normally avoid. Instead of panic or fear, the conversation became warm, open, and even a little silly, something that made viewers feel more connected to them. But then Mark shared the real reason he had avoided it for so long. He wasn't scared of pain. He wasn't worried about the results. He was simply embarrassed. Embarrassed about the idea of the procedure, embarrassed about the thought of being vulnerable, and embarrassed that he hadn't admitted it sooner. And hearing him say that out loud made the moment unexpectedly relatable, because so many people feel the same way. But this time, it wasn't a doctor convincing him. It was Kelly, gently, lovingly, and with humor strong enough to break down even the toughest walls. She reminded him that caring for your health isn't something to avoid. It isn't weakness. It isn't something to feel shame over. It's a responsibility, one that protects not only yourself, but the people who care about you. And for the first time, Mark realized how much it mattered. Not just to him, but to her, to their family, to their future. The story didn't turn dramatic. It didn't turn gloomy. Instead, it became a team effort, a moment where two people who had always supported each other simply continued doing what they do best, navigating life together with honesty, humor, and a little teasing along the way. Kelly offered to help him schedule the appointment. Mark joked that he wanted snacks afterwards. She told him she'd make sure he got the fancy snacks if he behaved. The moment was lighthearted, but the message ran deep. Mark realized that life moves too fast to ignore your well-being, that feeling strong isn't the same as being healthy, and that opening up, even about something uncomfortable, can bring unexpected relief. When he finally explained everything publicly, it wasn't about creating panic. It was about encouraging others, especially those who keep putting things off, to finally take their health seriously. He talked about how silly he felt for waiting so long. He laughed about how he thought he could just outrun the responsibility. But he also expressed how grateful he was for the support that pushed him to finally take action. It became one of those stories that sticks with people, not because of fear, but because of the sincerity behind it. Kelly later joked that she was proud of him for finally acting like an adult. Mark responded by saying he'd been an adult the whole time. He just hadn't scheduled the appointment. Their banter made everything lighter, softer, and strangely encouraging. They reminded viewers that taking care of yourself doesn't have to be frightening or overly serious. It can be honest, it can be supportive, it can even be funny. It can be something you tackle with someone beside you, cheering you on, even if they tease you the whole way there. And as the story spread, people didn't just laugh, they listened, they reflected, and some even admitted they had been putting off the same thing. Mark's moment of honesty turned into something far bigger, a gentle reminder that it's never too late to take responsibility for your health, never too late to start a conversation, never too late to laugh at yourself a little and then take action. So, whether you've been avoiding something or delaying something or pretending your schedule is too busy, Mark's story gives one simple message. Take care of yourself. Do it for your future. Do it for the people who love you. Do it because health isn't a chore, it's a gift. And sometimes all it takes to get started is a little honesty, a little encouragement, and a moment of courage.